You are bald and green is a bot.
Man, I put on my headset and that's the first thing I hear. The moment I put on the headset, I hear, you are bald. Bruh. Good. Thanks for the 3 modded gamer, I guess. Alright, let's begin. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze, hold on. I'm gonna bless you guys with a great sneeze, but then you have to bless me back. Because I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Alright. You know what time it is. We play cool Halo 2 tunes and we get started. Hello! Welcome. Welcome back. It's good to see you. It's Halo time. That's right, you're excited, I know it, I can feel it. The sparks. The tension. It's in the air. Condor. That's not how you spell Condor, Corbin. That's not how you spell Condor. Alright, welcome back everybody. Hope you've been doing good. Let me show you something cool. You think chat would be able to handle Shimao? Shimao? Is that how you say it? Shimao? I haven't been reading enough Chinese webcomics to know if I'm pronouncing that right. I think it's Shimao. Jimao. Hey! Awesome Shark Guy! Holy hell, man! 14 months at 400 tiers, crazy! Thank you very much, dude! I appreciate that. I'm sure chat can handle it. Half of chat's gonna go, wow, that's really cool! And the other half of chat's gonna go, furry? That's exactly, yeah, you know what? I'll show it right now. I'll show you. Because it is actually a goated ass design. Demon's cooking. Alright, here we go, here we go. Because Demon so much requests it. Check it out. Oh, wait. First, hi. Good to see you. Good to see you. I had to turn on my webcam or else it would have been weird that I switched and then my webcam was on. Alright. Here is Demon's art. Which, I'm not going to lie, is one of my favorite designs he's done. And now you... A Jimao? Jimao? I want to say it's Jimao. I'm not gonna lie, goated ass design. She's a cool ass looking character. Now I know half of you in chat are looking at something else. Calm down. But realistically, that is a cool ass character design. I fuck with it heavily. Is this Jimao, Demon? That's cool as hell. Certainly is an outfit. Listen, you wouldn't understand. You just had to be there. Hey! Walking Stick! Thank you so much for 28 months! 80,085! I wonder what could that coded message mean? I can't even understand what complex intricacies of what you're trying to imply. I don't get it. But hey, thank you for 28 months! I appreciate it. Wait, sorry, what color were those clothes? I missed it. Not to worry, Demon can inform you, he can tell you all about it. Acceptable piece of art. I genuinely think it's a goated ass character design. Everyone's in the chat is gonna like meme on like the substance of like what the characters and stuff, but actually like, a sick ass design. Actually a sick ass design. I really like that character a lot. Look at what we did yesterday, guys. Look at all that. We did all this yesterday. You seen all these details, you seen all these textures, all these panel lines and doodads and what have yous. We've been cooking. Getting this thing together, making it look good. I'm pretty happy with how things are starting to look right now, honestly. I like it. Corbin! 26 months, thank you very much, man. I appreciate it very much, dude. It's a Condor looking good, thank you. I am in pain working on this thing, so I appreciate the kind words. It's satisfying to see it slowly coming together, but it is so tedious, and I hate doing slow, tedious processes. So this is a challenge in patience for me, so I appreciate the kind words from y'all. We will be continuing the paneling and designs on this today. What I want to do today is get the entire side panels done and the wings. And if that really doesn't take too long and I'm speed running this like crazy, then we're just going to do all of it. We are going to do all of it the whole way through. I think it's doable. I genuinely do think it's doable. And also, you may have noticed I switched over to our little island sandbox here on Ultimate Forge. Because honestly, I was losing my goddamn mind over on Huge Grass. I've been streaming on that map for the past, like, 10 streams. And it's starting to do something to my mental. I don't know what's going on, but I start looking at it and I'm like, I think I'm going insane. So, we switched it up today. We got some nice views out here. It's looking pretty. Weather's nice. Tropical air. This is the same dude who said he couldn't do UNSC stuff. Look, I'm cheating, okay? I'm cheating because what I'm doing is I'm copying pretty much all of the original Pelicans panel designs. However, what's happening as I'm copying these panel designs is my brain, being a large, porous sponge-like object, is absorbing the knowledge of me just copying this. It's like tracing. Demon, thank you for the 5! Appreciate it very much.
I got to talk with my co-writer about it, but because her fur is okinite, her breath weapon is petrification. Need to discuss if it's permanent or not.
Wait, what? Let me reread that. Hold on. Your coworker. Oh, co-writer. Sorry, co-writer, because her fur is okinite, which is the super poisonous, deadly stuff. Her breath weapon is petrification. That makes sense. I wouldn't like it if her breath was poison. She doesn't look like a poisonous character. I would say petrification's a pretty good one. It's kind of a middle ground between, like, offense and poison. I mean, like, obviously poison's offense, but I mean, like, strictly offense, like fire. Like, I don't know. Every time I see that character, I think, like, electricity or something. She looks like a cloud, like a Chinese cloud dragon or something. Like the Condor knows longer. No! It's too late. It actually is a bit longer. It's also wider and taller. If you compare it to the Beta Pelican, and then you switch over here to the Alpha Condor, it's wide and long and large, relatively speaking. And also because if I adjusted the model now, I would have to redo all the textures in that area, and let me tell you how much I don't want to do that. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to do panel lines on the side here, which I'm going to speed run these so goddamn fast, you have no idea. I am just going to be blasting through this. I refuse to spend large amounts of time on this. I am basically going to see how fast I can texture this and get away with good quality stuff on it. So that's it. That's what we're going to do. So here's how I'm going to start. All right, we're going to go rectangle here. We have... Oh, it's actually really short here. Okay, I'm going to have to do a lot of custom paneling. In that case, I'm going to do the major shapes, like this thick line here that goes down, this large shape structure here, and everything else, guess what, is basically going to be custom. We need a flood crust pelican. Don't we have one of those? No, you know what? The pelican that's on the Mission Cortana is just a regular pelican. It's just a round flood crust. Good luck. That ain't gonna be me. I ain't doing no flood crust pelicans. Ew. Ew. All right, here's how we're gonna do this. This helps me work mentally. We're gonna box up everything here. So there's a line that goes there. That's gonna box up this area here. And then I'm gonna go over to here where it's already pretty much boxed up. Let me double check down here. I made that a bit wider, didn't I? Right, so we have that. And then there's... Like, look at the difference in length here. This is the wing area. Look how long this section is. This is what it's like on the Pelican. This little area right here versus this area on the Condor. It is a massive difference in size and scale. Like, really, really big. So let's go ahead and draw in our thick lines. I told you I'm going to draw in the major details first. So we're going to go like that to that. There's one major panel. That'll be this thingy here. Honestly, that might be a bit too big. Let's undo it real quick. Go from here to here to here. Okay, there we go. That's a box. Then we have this one here, which kind of swoops in from the wing area here where there's a line. We actually have this line drawn in. Speaking of which, I'm going to draw in a line here too because it's actually in the texture. Boom. Boom. Is it? Oh yeah, and there's actually a really big one here as well. It kind of has like a thick line there, there, there. A little bit like that. Let's make sure it's clean. We don't want this to look ugly. Alright, purdy. Okay, that's not that great, actually. Let's go there to there. There we go, a little bit cleaner. Probably clean up a bit more. Yeah, there we go. Okay, that's good. Okay, so there's that. And then there's going to be another one that kind of zigzags up over here. So the way I'm going to do that on mine is I'm going to go boom, 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 boom. And I'm going to fill in all the rest of this just with drawing with my brush tool. Look at that. So these are the beginnings of the major details. I think we can knock out this entire, like, side panel section really easily. Whoa, 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 whoa. Grab the crust off Drake's head. What does that even mean? The only thing on my head is hair. No. No. Alright, that's looking pretty good. I like to see that. I don't know what this is, but I can't erase it. It's driving me crazy. Well, just don't look at it. It's that easy. Alright, so that's a pretty solid panel there. That's good. The next panel, I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna start here. So we have another one that's like a real big panel there. It's got a pretty thick, solid line on the Pelican here. I don't know, did I even draw this part in? What did I do here? We have like this bit here, which has like the shapes there. And they didn't really go down the side very much, did they? From the wing, the top of the wing, all the way across, there's a whole separate line that I never drew in. No wonder I got confused with some of the proportions on this thing. I'm gonna do this right there. And I'll just have to make that work. And then we have another line that kind of goes from like here to here. I'm just gonna leave it like that. Clean that up just a touch. Not bad. So now that we have our lines like that, we actually have the panels in place for us to work on. Bald? Dude, how many times are you guys gonna say bald and get tired of it? I clearly have a beautiful full head of hair, and you're jealous because it's so nice. Oops. Boom, boom, boom. Boom! And then, yeah, I see I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go here to here to here. And then we're gonna give a little wow, 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 wow. That's a bit funky looking. We gotta get that shape looking better than that. Let's go. Very nice, 90, 45, 90. Not perfect, but it doesn't have to be. Otherwise, we'd never get anything done on this. All right, nice. That's a cool looking panel. W. I have way better looking hair, to be honest, even though it's messy. I'm going to disagree. I think I actually have the best looking hair ever. So it's actually crazy how wrong you are because I said so. Your mom. Okay, look at these. Panel lines going quick and easy. There's not really a whole lot of details on these, though. Like this one here. It does have like a square section that leads right into this here. I'm going to go ahead and draw that on my own kind of shape. Go to 0.4, get our brush a little bigger so we can quickly clean this up. Not too shabby. Yeah, right. Okay. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Okay, prove I'm bald. Yeah. See, Gateway's bald, and there's nothing wrong with that. But guess who's not bald? Me. So it doesn't make logical sense that you're calling me bald. You know what I ought to be doing is calling you stupid and stinky and smelly, you nasty. Sorry, that was rude. I shouldn't have said that. Fucking gnat. No matter how many gnat traps I put up, these motherfuckers are always just around. So I can die already. Too far. Yeah, I'm evil. What's new? Okay, we got that, and then another line comes out, and I go wow, and then wow, and then I go wow. These are technical terms that I'm saying right now. I apologize if it's too advanced for some of you. We're gonna do a wow followed by a third wow. That's not bad. That's not bad. I got the shapes completely wrong, but it's mine, so I can do whatever I freaking want with it. I lied, I don't like it at all. Undo. Here's what I will do. That. Followed by this. No. Followed by this. To this. To this. One panel line going to here. No, I lied again. Boom. 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 Yeah. Okay, we're cooking. There we go. That's way better. Way better. Buh. And I do feel bad. Somebody was talking about how long it takes to make this mod. I wish this didn't take as long as it has. That's one of the reasons I'm trying to speedrun this. I'm very excited to work on Halo 4 Infinite, though, I will say. I know Green probably doesn't believe that, but it's true. I'm rather excited. What's next? Forerunner Pelican? This isn't even a Pelican, okay? It's a Condor. Very different. Very, very different. Not the same thing. Okay, here's a big detail we get to draw, which is this large, funny-looking panel here, along with these two circular things, which if I had to guess are like fuel ports or something. We'll see. But generally, it seems from this area onwards, it's kind of done together with a large panel. So I'm going to draw this area here, which is a rather large line coming out from a decent distance up on this last one here. So we'll go boom, extrudes out, goes up to here. And then the rest of this has 1, 2, 3 lines. I'll see if I can't space these out evenly. So we'll go 1. No, I think I'll add some extra panels to it, some extra lines. I don't know if I like that, but that's what I'm going to stick with for now. These are way too low for H4 Infinite. I can actually just upscale the textures in here. That's one of the beauties of Substance Painter. Like, it's not even upscaling. I can just make it higher resolution because Substance Painter isn't for like 90% of what I'm doing here, it's not just me painting a pixel thing like in Photoshop. It knows where my brush strokes are on the 3D model. So if I made this a higher resolution texture, those brush strokes would get redrawn in higher resolution, which is really cool. Who's my wig play? Dude, I don't wear a fucking wig, alright? Besides, if I did have a wig, it wouldn't be messy as hell like my hair is right now. At least that's what I'd have you believe. Alright. Next up, I basically get to just draw whatever panels I want, but first we're going to do this line, and then it's just panel time. So this line plus this little bit here, then everything else minus that is just me going crazy with cubes and squares and some lines and such. Actually, it's this, and then we're good. So let's draw this. We have that, the main line there, actually, so we're good. We have this line here, so we're good there. We have this square, so I need to draw the rectangular part coming out of it, which is also going to be a little bit thick. And it seems to connect just above this vertex right here. So let's go ahead and draw this line. Not bad, not bad. If you guys want to know, I'm just drawing regular lines or whatnot. We are, in fact, drawing rusted metal lines, courtesy of Davy Jones VFX. Absolute king that he is. Now, those... should probably draw this and then be done with it. But we'll have a line here, come straight out from about halfway up, down, straight down. It kind of connects to here, so out, up. Out, up, in. No, not quite. Excuse me. Must have allergies or something. In. That'll do. Alright, so now we have that shape in. So I can do this. This panel right here. No. Here. Good enough. And then that'll let me... no, that was actually good. That'll let me do this part here. So I can have this going towards the front. Out. Boom. 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 That's the only panel I wanted to directly copy. That way I have a slot here for the little fuel plugs. I have this line here, which I need to make a little thicker. And then at the top of that, it gets even thicker. So that's what I'm going to do. We'll have it go like that. 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 No, not quite. A little bit less than that. So here and to here. Not bad. We'll draw the rest of it in. Not bad, not bad. Adam! Dude, thank you for the 2. Appreciate the support, man.
I used to make myself partially bald as a child.
What?
Had a stress disorder where I'd twist some hair into a knot then rip it out.
Oh
Never
my god.
hurt, but many of my pics growing up featured a hat or fucked hairline.
No!
Now, though, full head of hair and a beard.
Hey, join the club. Hey, actually, I don't have a beard. I've not shaved in like over a week. Looking good, right, guys? Hey, guys. Guys, the beard looks good, right, guys? Check it out. Guys, you have a beard, but you don't have. Yar, Betchy the streamer. That's fucked up, dude. Mods, ready the penis explosion chamber. Alright, that. I can draw that. I'm not going to worry too much about it. I'm going to draw the general shape for that and then connect it in. So it's just like a little rectangle that comes out. Boom, boom. Ah! 0.4. You shave your head too? Wow, that's hilarious, and I'm laughing real hard. I invited all my friends to this stream, and they're also laughing, and they said that was really funny, and they liked your joke, and that you should tell it again and again. Thanks to Son an American. Very cool. Yeah, close enough. Okay, I'm gonna draw random panels now. We're gonna need a whole lot of them. The way that I'm looking at it, it's really just a lot of squares and lines, and every once in a while you get one of these little curvy lines with like a square inside of it. But none of the grids are perfect, really. They're all kind of just there. How did this war start? I can't remember what your kind did to mine. Bald? You can't use bald as like an insult. Doesn't even make... Well, I mean, you can, but like the way that you're using it doesn't make any sense. You stink, dude. You freaking stink. Not epic. I'm telling. There's one line there. The one comes out of this bit here. Oh, it's saving my eyes! Not bad. Major panels in there. I'll have to throw somewhere. I'll have to throw another one like in between. Couple in between, honestly. One there. One there. Okay, that's a good amount of panels overall. And for this one, I guess I'll do another panel line here. Boom. Alright, now reasonably okay. Now I just need to do a bunch of connecting panels in between. Imagine if, like, when the Covenant, like, glassed a planet, it didn't, like, scorch the surface, but, like, made the entire population, like, bald. I will go bald at this rate. From stress. Look at this. I'm just freehanding it now. I'm crazy with it. I don't need to see panel lines anymore. The panel lines are the friends that we made along the way. I understand the panel design philosophy of the artist who did the Pelican. I see it. Sort of. cooking, we're cooking. More of the same here. Okay, okay. I make some of the best models on the planet. I don't know about that. You should be proud of your work. I appreciate it. Don't focus on those goobers. Read it. I know. I appreciate it. It's all in good fun. I don't really care. Cortana stream. Yeah. Oh shit, you actually just reminded me of something really important. Okay, are we looking? Honestly, that's passable. I should definitely add more detail to it, but like, yeah, I mean that's the side of a pelican, sorta, kinda. I should paint this area in a little bit darker. What's your opinion on Flood Crust Halo 4 Cortana? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that means either. And even if I did, I don't think I would want to answer that question because it disturbs me greatly. All right, I got a Project Alphas. We need some of these. Let's do 2. And we have 1 right there. I have 1 on the inside. I'm gonna do 3 of these actually. Oh, you know what? This line actually goes through here. That's decent spacing. Let me go back to my other alpha real quick. Ah! Okay, not bad. As far as... Oh, we gotta get the circly bits in here. Nice. Okay, let's do that now. Those should be around here. Okay, nice details. We gotta get these little bits here. I have those as well. They're under my projects. These thingies. They're found on every single one of these last 3 lines. Around here. Wrong location. Nice. These extra alphas help a lot. We gotta get these now, but instead of just doing whatever, I think what I'm gonna do is grab... Oh, I guess I already did a bunch. Okay, well this panel here, this one, requires a little bit of the round ball. And it seems to be almost... Let's do the squares, actually. 0.2 on the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, screw it. That'll do. Anything else? Oh yeah, this big panel here. I didn't draw this one in. Last one. Okay, that's pretty cool. I think we should put this in game and see what it looks like. Not perfect, but it's decent. Probably should do some special coloring on that, and maybe these down here. But for now, I'm going to export it into the game. Grab these textures from here. Hold on, let me set up my folders for substance in the background very, very quickly. Boom, boom, boom. And then invert the alpha. Let's import a tool, bitmaps, objects, vehicles, Condor H3, bitmaps. Do a little before and after. So here's what we were at before with the Condor, and now I'm running the command, and here's where we're at now. Ooh, nice. Whole section of it. It's good. Pretty fast work. Veiny Yokin. New adjective. What the hell? Do not describe the Condor as veiny. That's disgusting. Looks nice. I appreciates that. Oh, wrong tool. Boom. Boom. Nice. Okay, we needed that. The rest of the wings have a line separating it there. They do, in fact. Okay, I'm going to quickly draw this in. In fact, I'm going to draw it in all the way around. Demon! Thank you for the 5, man! Appreciate it.
You ever look in the mirror and think, oh shit, is that Johnny Bravo? Cause honestly, I could see it.
I do. I do. Anytime I see a girl, I say, damn, mama! It's involuntary. I just feel spiritually like I need to say that. You like Halo? Why are you here? Yeah, we hate Halo here. What the hell? Johnny Bald. Dude, somebody. I'm fine. Thanks for asking. Appreciate you guys' concern. I'm actually doing great. Doing really good. Yeah, sure, I could do like a little. I have that. And there's a line that goes all the way back. So it's gonna be like boom, boom. And a little extra boom. Ah. Flipped it? Oh, I see. Interesting. They didn't actually keep that line completely precise. They actually did something like this. Very, very interesting. Alright, there's another line down the back here. A bit like that, to that, to that. And then another line on this bit here, from here to here. Looks good. And it does get a complete outline like so. And I'll get to texturing this little bit here in a minute, but the bottom part here has some very interesting shapes to it. That'll be kind of fun to recreate. So first things first, I'm going to draw these panels in. These are easy. Just a couple of lines, some regular old Pelican type shapes. Let's see. Yeah, we can do that easy. Boom, boom, boom. A line there. Boom, 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 boom. And one more here. Boom, boom. And I'll draw a lower line here to here. Small line here to here, here, followed by a very low line here to here. Okay, we got some Pelican lines. Then we got to do these inner cut vents, which will be interesting. I'm gonna do this here to this here to this here. Honestly, good enough. Good enough. Look like a Sophie. I only know Sophie. I'm not aware of a Sophie in chat. Just Sophie. Which is, if Sophie's got their IRL name, it's probably Sophie. Oh! Okay, that's pretty good. Got some nice fancy lines in there. Liking it. I'm liking it. I'm loving it. Now, what's interesting about this giant gray bit here, is I actually have the exact point I need to cut it in here, which is from here all the way to here. Nice. Now this shape is honestly going to be challenging. I have an interesting, probably bad, but interesting idea for this. Don't forget to like the stream. True! If you are enjoying the stream so far, please consider leaving a like. Something YouTube algorithm, something like it helps, actually. And you know, I'm not a huge streamer. I'm just a little guy. Little man's working away, making Halo content, you know? Alright, this is the interesting part. I'm just gonna start drawing this shape and see what happens. Boom. 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 Honestly, pretty decent for a first shape. We're gonna do an inner one that's just a square, but it's gonna have this bit on the front, have a little bit of an angle to it. Put a square here. Okay, decent. And what I'm gonna do, make some cuts. We have these vents here, 5 in total. I wonder if I can use my alpha for this. Oops. Got 3, 4. Let's go 4.5. Well, the shape doesn't work at all, but I'll put 3 of them in. We have this funny shape here, which is mainly marked away by the fact that I'm just going to cut it into it. I've been taking kind of a quick approach to this, where instead of doing like multiple large-scale layers and like doing lots of depth, I just kind of cut the shape of the panel lines into stuff. And honestly, it's been working out pretty well. It saves me a lot of time, and it doesn't look really bad. Oops. Efficiency is key on this. Me being just one guy, one modder working on this means every minute saved is a seriously valuable minute gained. And this method has probably saved me a whole lot of minutes. When am I going to do a multiplayer game night? We could do one... We could probably do one this weekend. Maybe on, like, Saturday evening or something. That could be fun. Or Sunday, actually. Sundays seem to work better. Because I like to do stuff on Fridays. I think this Friday I'm going out. I won't be able to do, like, a late evening night stream. If anything, it'll have to be an earlier day stream. And game night... How about Sunday night? Let's do one for Sunday night. That sounds fun. Keep doing what you do. I appreciate it, man. I do. The only downside to me doing this for Halo is that I don't own any of the intellectual property, so I can't sell anything, which makes it extremely challenging to do this full-time, which is why I rely on you guys supporting me via YouTube so that I can continue to make content. But I got some side things rolling. It might make it a whole lot easier for me to keep doing this. Hopefully they'll pan out. Would win Condor or Space Phantom? Condor. Max shots are not very effective against large-scale Covenant ships, but a max shot against a Phantom? Yeah, it's over. I know Space Phantoms have shields too, I get it, but like, yeah, no. it's not living. I want to make a gun that shoots space racism. I think every single UNSC weapon does that. Turns out the UNSC are not big fans of the elites, the grunts, any of them, really. Yeah, the flashlight or the Falcon, but the light and lens flares don't sync even if the functions are identical. Check modding in general. Let me see. I see them, they're blinking, it's pretty cool. Oh, the lights and the lens flares aren't syncing. If I had to guess, there's an individual time value on the light or the lens flare that the other one doesn't have. The way that those tags work is slightly different, and I'm sure that one of them has like an extra light value somewhere. Is Halo Studios holding me hostage? If yes, blink. I'll have to blink eventually. Oh, I just did twice. Shit. No, they're not holding me hostage. But if they were, I would ask them for cool Halo-themed stuff. I would ask them if they can give me some like armor, maybe some like sick merch. I'd be like, I love Halo. They'd be like, aren't you the guy that keeps shitting on Halo 4? I'd be like, well, yeah, but who doesn't? Halo 4 was riddled with so many problems. If it was not carried by Halo 3 and Reach before it, it wouldn't have been successful in a vacuum. Changed my mind. Plot twist, you can't, because I'm right. Strap him and force him into... Dude, do not strap me in and force me to play fucking Halo 4 or 5. Please. Please. That would actually suck fucking... That would be like genuine torture for me. I'd be like, no, the story's so bad. No. The gameplay's too mid. I can't do it. I can't do it. One day I should just play Halo 4 on stream, just so that I have, like, shit to complain about, so that I can be annoying and loud. Like, this part right here, what were they thinking? This is so dumb, I hate this. And then I'll make, like, a really long video essay like, Halo 4 is as bad as you think, as bad as you remember it was. Something like that. And then everyone on Halo Reddit's gonna be like, another Halo video has hit the towers. It's kind of a cool design. I like that. Okay, I need to do the vent here. This area here needs to get a cool vent, kind of like this area right here. But I want to put this in the game. Why do people not mod Halo 4 much? It is way harder to mod, and it's also Halo 4, which means that if you mod it, you start, your base palette is Halo 4 assets, which means the gross Halo 4 elites, the gross Halo 4 grunts, the gross Halo 4 weapons, the gross Halo 4 sounds, the ugly Halo 4 levels. Need I go on further? Ooh, that's starting to look pretty good. Dude, I'm doing import Halo 4 stuff into Halo 3 to make it tolerable. I think you mean Halo 3 stuff into Halo 4, ideally. Or, even better, you can do what I'm doing and import Halo Infinite stuff to Halo 4 so that you get high graphical fidelity and the art style. But the engine... I don't give a fuck about the engine. It's ugly. It's stupid. I'm just kidding. Halo 4's engine's goated, dude. That thing is so powerful. Adding all this to Reach, just wondering. Yeah, this could be put into Reach, although it wouldn't really match the art style. You would want to do a Reach style one. This Pelican is based off the Halo 3 Pelican, and the Halo Reach one looks pretty different. Alright, next up is this area here on the back. Hopefully we'll go pretty quickly. We're cooking, dude. We're cooking. I want to grab, like, more coffee. I'm feeling it right now. I'm feeling it, dude. Engine is good when paired with the OG style. Yeah, dude. There's nothing wrong with Halo 4's engine. In fact, it's not even an argument to say Halo 4 has the best engine out of everything on MCC. That's just obvious to anyone with eyes. It's a great engine. Great fucking engine. It's just the reason nobody mods Halo 4 and only does campaign rebalances is because Halo 4 is fucking Halo 4, dude. And also, it's not a coincidence that, like, every Halo 4 rebalance ever puts a bunch of OG-style assets in it. Classic Master Chief is in, like, almost every Halo 4 rebalance that's ever existed. It is what it is. Oh yeah, and importing audio into Halo 4's engine is hell. Doing anything with the HUD is even worse. So it's like, I want to mod Halo 4. It's like, oh, you hate yourself? Didn't know that. Thanks for sharing, though. I'm active duty, so I hate myself by default. Well, that checks out. Every friend I have ever known that's been in the military is just like, kill me. Please kill me now. I'm suffering immensely. And I'm just like, oh my god, why'd you sign up? They're like, money. They pay you so much money. I'm like, valid. Very valid. Alright, this whole area is basically more square panel lines up until about this point here. So I'm going to draw this in, and then I'm just going to go crazy with panel line stylizations. Oh shoot, wait. It's actually open. How fancy is that? Alright, this is where shit's going to get interesting. Have you seen Skaboodly's Mark IV? It's amazing. It's better than Blur's. It is better than Blur's, and it is amazing. Everything you're saying is 100% true. Yes, Skaboodly's Mark IV Spartan Armor is incredible, and he worked so hard on it too, dude. He deserves all the credit in the world. Not just for how good it looks, but for how much effort he has put in. Bro is like a workaholic. Once he's decided to do something, it's over. He's going to do it better than anyone else ever has, and then nobody else is ever going to do better than that. Okay, I gotta draw in this piece real quick. It's like a bit of a metally bit with an outline. Oh wait, I'm dumb. I'm not dumb. Don't quote that. If anybody says I'm dumb, they're wrong. Especially me. that area looks good, so that's that little thing. I can add some little doodads and whatnots. Dumb and bald. Wrong and wrong. Okay, so far this doesn't look too bad. This entire back section is going to be interesting. It's not really hard to do, though. It's just a lot of panel lines. I guess I'll just start drawing them. I'll use this, because this entire section here, which is the new landing gear holster, doesn't exist on the original Pelican, so I'm going to go ahead and get a little creative with the lines that it connects to. It's literally just a boring-ass grid. Riveting! Oh wait, I just copied that. Sorry, I really locked in there for a second. Damn. A little bit of a flow state. Okay, that looks decent. Anyone playing this right now? Would love to. You can go hit some people on the server. My Discord server has a custom games role. Things have been kind of quiet there recently, so you might be a little bit out of luck when it comes to actually getting people into a game, but maybe. You never know. Now, this is going to be interesting. I'm not sure how I want to design this big old thing here. I think I'll start by just drawing an outline around this whole thing. Probably a good way to get it rolling. Okay. There. 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 That looks decent-ish. Was it a Green Knight stream? Or wait, I was on GN stream a couple GNs ago. It was fun. Hell yeah. Well, I'm gonna throw this in game. I want to see how all these details are starting to look, because last I imported stuff was that, so we didn't have any of the extra detail on this part here. That'll be kind of hard to see just because of all the stuff in the way, but hopefully we'll get a good look at it. Alright, you guys have a good view of it there. Ba-boom! More detail. W. A lot of just kind of generic panel lines, but I mean, that really is what the Pelican is as well. Though it's got a lot more little alphas and bumps and unique shapes. I gotta do better with areas like this and give them more detailing. We're cooking though. Should probably get the landing gear going pretty soon. Landing gear is not that hard to do. It does look like it actually maintains some of the panel lines though, so that's going to be challenging. I don't have my setup for that. Oh well, I'll do something unique with the landing gear. Gotta add this vent here. This vent is going to be a big one. Very important point of contrast on the entire vehicle. We're cooking that day. We're really knocking this thing out today. Might go brew myself some coffee here in a second. Really just power through everything. How does it feel to fly this right now? Let me give it a little fly. Like a minuscule break real quick. Seeing all the details on it and everything. It's starting to look cool. Once the bottom of it's textured, this thing's going to be awesome to fly. Hell yeah. Dr. Rolled Gold, thank you for the 420, man. Really appreciate it.
Can you believe this, Croc? They accused me of threatening violence after I stood outside the classroom banging 2 grenades together like coconuts yelling respect the call. I call it expressive assembly.
Ah, really coming for our freedom of speech, brother. Can't believe that they would do something like that. They should have just let you keep at it. American values are deteriorating. Unbelievable. Sad reality we live in. Can't believe it. I need more coffee, dude. I'm about to go grab some. Then we'll get started doing the entire underside here, which is probably the largest remaining area. I think the bottom here is going to be pretty easy. So that just leaves this being the most complex part that I haven't worked on yet. Then I'll have to get in and do some extra coloring on this area and stuff. The line work is good though, I would say. It's looking pretty fancy. Okay, I will be right back. Give me like 5 minutes. I'm going to go brew myself some more coffee, go whiz, all that good stuff. See you in just a sec. I'm back. The texturing must go on. The Condor must be completed in a timely manner. Hey, Dr. Rolled Gold, thank you for the 420!
Not to brag, but I lost my job, my house, and my court-appointed therapist after that.
Yeah.
Now I'm sleeping in my ex-wife's driveway with a fully loaded M6C SOCOM under the seat of my spade truck and my dignity in the dirt to our touchdown hit IT Marines.
Yeah! That's what real Marines do. Civilian life, it just ain't it. Society can't handle a red-blooded man like you, Dr. Rolled Gold. They just don't know. They don't get it. Trying to get you to subscribe to their norms. They should be subscribing to your norms, brother. Good coffee. Good coffee. I'm sad. I found out the blend of Starbucks coffee I buy, the ground beans that I buy, are not actually related to the Starbucks coffee they serve, but are instead Nestle coffee. Nestle brand, using the Starbucks label. Not cool, dude. Not freaking cool. Wait. I might not have this in with lighting. So I'm noticing it's rather light through here. Does it have shading? I don't think it does. Hold on, this might actually make it look much prettier. Hold up. Or not. It kind of looks like it has shading. It's just hard to tell sometimes. Because I already have AO baked into it. You looking good? We're getting there. Look, we just got the entire side of it in the last hour. Well, yeah, about an hour. Condor versus Vulture. I feel like the Condor would win. Just like Matt Cannon is just tank beats everything, you know? Babby tier railgun. Need one so big it rips the Condor apart on fire. Well, I hope you know I do plan on making it so when the mini Mac on the back here fires, the entire Condor is just gonna go and go like shoved to the side. Gonna be a massive amount of acceleration onto the entire vehicle. It'll be interesting to test. Alrighty. This thing's starting to look pretty good. From the top, it's kind of hard to tell that, I mean, besides the fact that the colors are still a work in progress and some of the materials and reflectivity and things are too, you would be forgiven for thinking this thing's done from this angle. Dr. Road, go with another 420!
I used to drink nothing but Nestle. Coffee? Nestle. Water? Nestle. My ex said I was addicted. Now I'm drinking creek runoff and rage. My gut hurts. But my conscience is clear.
Yeah! Everybody knows the Nestle water is the best tasting one. A little extra salt in there gives you a kick to the brain. It is what it is. Make it shoot. A work in progress, but it's functional. It's currently shooting full-size Mac rounds, which is a lot, but it's functional. A barrel roll? I can't do a barrel roll with it, but I can accelerate with it. Fly it. It's got some animations and stuff. Very wobbly right now. I need to give it a full physics model very soon. A Star Fox reference. God, I haven't heard that reference in so long. I actually missed it. Dual barrel roll. Oh, I gotta move these little guys out to the side. I made the Pelicans so much wider that all the little decals are kind of stuck halfway inside the body still. Looking pretty good so far, though. Let's keep rolling. We got a whole lot more work to do. A whole lot more work to do. A lot of metals and things to paint. And most importantly is this vent. I will never be able to make a vent that looks quite as good as this one, but I will certainly try. Will the back open up? I haven't planned on that right now, but it's possible. There's not really a lot of space. It looks like there's a lot of space, but you really could barely even fit a mongoose in something like that. Maybe a warthog. There's just landing gear right there for now. Maybe though. Maybe I'll switch it up and allow something like that. For now though, I'm just going to start painting on this type of stuff here. So I'm going to grab that and paint that to begin with. We'll begin there and move our way down. So we get to draw a fine line right here. Nice. Then we're going to draw this bit here. Actually, I should probably draw the other line first. Alright, we'll do a little vent here. And for that, I'm literally just going to draw straight lines because it'll look the part. Hey, Dr. Rollgold again!
No one paid me to say this, but if you haven't tried Nestlé's hazelnut creamer during a post-divorce emotional collapse while watching Halo 2 cutscenes on 1.5 speed, you're missing out.
I'll have to try that. I've never been in a post-divorce emotional collapse, but I have watched Halo 2 cutscenes at regular speed. And you know what? Nestle creamer is good. Me myself, I can't condone what all them liberals are saying, but that oat milk, let me tell you, they might be onto something. Post-divorce emotional collapse watching Halo 2 cutscenes on 1.5 times speed. Wild shit. Alright, we got our little vent shape drawn in. Already have that shape drawn in. Then I'd be moving on to this panel here. The interesting part about all of this is that my entire shape here is still this, but this is a very detailed and colorful area of the Pelican, and I am ill-equipped for doing anything except the shapes right now, so I think I'm just going to focus on doing the shapes and pray for the best. I think I also got to handle all this, too. I'm going to draw the same outline that this has got around here. go ahead and draw a bit more of it. All right. This is a detail that's going to get pretty... It's going to be very unappreciated, but I think it's good that I do it nonetheless. Oh, damn it. But guys, I hope you know, every once in a while when I'm not locked in, reading or just texturing, I do read what you guys are typing. And I'm often so disappointed by the latest message that I see, such as nut juice. Wow, now that is not what I want to be reading when I tune back in and do the streamer thing I was supposed to be doing. Can we just have regular talks? Can't we be normal? Nut, very cool. I see intense focus happening. You are correct. Turbos, whatever that is. Thank you for the two.
Make me a Krabby Patty. Beep, boop, 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 beep.
Why does it sound so robotic?
Twing.
Ugh. Why have people been saying that? I was playing games the other day and people were like, who digging in their butt? I'm like, what are you saying right now? What does that mean? What is that in reference to? I'm just out of the loop. Is that another like TikTok meme that I'm just too stupid for? Am I too out of the loop? Who's digging in their butts? What does that mean? It is, of course it is. But thank you for the two. I appreciate it, Turbo. Turbo Shrimp. More coffee. Dr. Rolls go with another 420. Thank you.
Sick of the accusations. I do not receive money from Nestle. I just believe Nescafe is the closest thing we have to pre-343 Halo design philosophy, bold, fair, and made by people who actually knew what the hell they were doing. Ooh, hit it, Marines.
That is such a crazy leap in logic. But I hear you. I hear what you're saying. Damn right. You're goddamn right. I like that bold, fair, and made by people who actually knew what the hell they were doing. That's why 343 gotta hire me. I know better than their teams of designers. I'm a genius. Not self-proclaimed. I just am what I is. It do be like that. If anybody disagrees, they're wrong. Also because I said so. Hey, Sneaky with the 35 months. Holy shit, dude. That's insane. Thank you very much for 35 long, arduous, painful months. For real, thank you very much, dude. That's crazy. What the fuck? Hey, I successfully donated my liver to my... God, you donated your liver to your dad? That's insane. Are you good? Was it like half your liver? Can you live without a liver? You believed it? I'm pretty sure you can't live without your liver. I've been watching enough House to know that. You can donate like your gallbladder. I know that. 60% actually? Oh shit, okay. I was about to say, that's wild. No drinking for you for a while. Oh, he was for real. Damn, now you look dumb, Green. You tune in to say one thing, and everybody starts laughing at you because it was dumb and stupid, and you clearly don't watch enough House to have the medical knowledge that me personally that I have, which is a lot, by the way. Probably the most, maybe ever. Should celebrate with some beers. Okay, dude, no need to rub it in. He did a good thing for his dad. You can't, if his dad needs a liver transplant, he needs a liver transplant. He's not going to live without it. That's why they call it a liver. Definitely painful. Yeah, I bet. They probably gave you some banging pain meds to go along with it.
I might slide up to your block with intelligence. I'm a genius with the Glock, there's some relevance.
Yeah, true.
Took his chain, took his rocks, took his sediments. There's no cap inside my speech, no impediments.
What?
Putting numbers on the board, I use my calculator.
Fire? What the fuck? Why was that kind of fire? Is that it? That was the end of the bars? That was pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. I kinda like that. Bricked with it, dude. That was epic style. How do I draw this part? So I go like out, and then in. And then I do the same here, same angle, all the way up to here. And I do up. Me when I do up, yeah. And then there's like a weird, funny little vent here, like halfway down. Where is Green? Somebody get him back. I miss him. Starbucks, thank you for the 2.
Putting numbers on the board, I use my calculator. Put to up below the floor, he's a denominator equals MC squared. You didn't notice that? Had the shot, but he is too scared. Why didn't he busted back?
Is this what? Damn, thank you for the 420, Dr. Rogold.
Glad to hear the transplant was a success. I'd toast to that with an ice cold Nesquik, but I'm not affiliated with Nestle.
I mean, if you say so.
Just no quality. Same way I knew Bungie was gone the second the needler started sounding like a fart in a tunnel. SMDH.
Like a fart in a tunnel. Brutal. Brutal. Oh, my brain. No. No. This is not good. All right, that's good. Now we're good. Nice. Very cool. Not the Aussie Nars. Yeah. I've been in Aussie the entire time. I just didn't say it. I've been lying. Ah! Nice. That's pretty sick. Nice. Be a Kiwi instead. Is New Zealand any better than Australia when it comes to deadly animals? Is there anything there that's like, is it just like less horrifying generally? Or is it like just as bad? New Zealand has none, Aussie has all of them? What the fuck? New Zealand's just a superior country then. But you guys have like basically the same accent though. You're just all just like, no. Oh my god, no. There's too many spiders. No. Nasty little accents, you freaks. Ugh. Sick. Oh. Being punished by the gods for making fun of an entire country. Hardly any spiders? W. And I'm not doing this the right way at all, but also, the fact that it's working means that I also do not care very much. Ugh, that's kind of nasty. Passable. This thing's starting to look pretty fancy, man. Now I can do whatever I want for this bottom area. There's a line that kind of goes up and then fades off. I'm gonna take advantage of that to add some more definition to this entire area here. Go like that. And just kind of erase it. And then with some opacity at 50%, race down a bit, race down a bit more, race a little bit more. Let that thing fade out of existence. Not too shabby. Now I can draw some more lines! My favorite! Look at this real quick. The actual structure of it. Okay. Yeah, I'll draw some lines here. I'm gonna section this area off more or less. Like so. And start doing some panels. Excuse me. Okay, that's decent. Continue some of the panels, but at an angle. Not bad, not bad. We do need to get to this part here, which is going to be a little bit challenging, but I want to see this in game. Makes me happy. I get a dopamine rush when I get to see this with my eyeballs, my peepers. Alright, let's take a look in game. So it's this area here. We're not going to see a lot of the work I just did because it's going to be hidden behind the landing gear here. But hopefully it'll, I don't know, look better. Alright, I'm inverting, saving, and importing. Here we go. Alright, nothing happened. Ah, I'm rendering the model. I hit the wrong command. worry, guys. Bounce lighting doesn't take that long to compute. I'm sure it'll be totally fine. I'm sure it's not a big deal at all, and it'll only take 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.5, 1.25, and it's done. Here we go. Textures. Nice. We're starting to get the detail in there. I like it. I like it. Even looking a little better from the flight area. As soon as this part here is textured, which I'm going to do next, I'm going to feel a whole lot better when flying this thing because I really won't have too many bare spots where I can see an untextured area. Which will be nice. Can you cancel with Control-C? That is a great question. I've never tried it. Couldn't tell you. But alright, we're going to do this vent area here. For now, that's going to be what I texture here. So we're essentially just going to get an enormous, enormous vent. Don't say it, dude. Don't say it. I know you're thinking it. Okay, so it does a little bit of an inward taper. Not much, but a little bit. And then you have the gigantic vent lines coming all the way down to some kind of structural metally bit. So I'm going to draw the general outline of this first. Oh wait, I don't even have this part yet. We got to draw this first. Alright, so it's a rectangle with tapered corners. Pretty straightforward. I can do that first. Start here. I'm going to do 0.4 for this because it's a rather thick outline. We'll start here in the middle. Go to about here. Taper it. I don't like that shape. I want a proper 45-degree taper there. I guess taper wouldn't even be the right word, but whatever. No takesy backsies. Okay, good shape for that. Then the gigantic, enormous, also large vent here. It's going to go all the way down the back. So that's going to be... I guess I'll draw the square of it and then draw the rest in. So this one... I mean, it's pretty straightforward. It goes all the way down to here. Go here. Here. Here to here. Nice. Very cool. And we can start detailing it. So first and foremost, this one. This is actually pretty straightforward. I'm going to cut these shapes into it, then I'll draw the lines going down, and then I can do the outer edges and all this stuff here. So it's kind of just goes inwards and then downwards. Pretty far inwards, down a bit, and into here, and there's kind of a thick line, bottom. I'll just redraw it later. That'll do for now. Now I gotta cut all this out. And this is so much more detail than the E3 Scarab or the Lich. Those I at least only did lines. And while technically I'm also doing lines here, I'm going to end up doing a whole lot more than just these lines because I got to start doing a whole different suite of materials and colors and stuff. Right now, this is basically like I'm doing the outline of a drawing, and I haven't even begun to color or shade it yet. I mean, a little bit, but practically none. Now, I'll cut inwards a bit over here. Bring that out a little bit more. Now I'm going to draw some big, bold lines that go down here. And then just draw a whole lot of them. Starting to get the general shape of it. Not bad, not bad. I think that's pretty good overall. I could live with that. Definitely needs a little bit of coloring, but not bad overall. Pretty nice even. Alright, next up, this part's going to be pretty challenging too, because it's all this. It's a whole lot of vents. And I don't really have a great alpha for this. Like, I do, but I don't think it's going to work here. The first thing I'm going to do then is I'm going to cut this area into it. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Go ahead and grab a larger brush. Like this. Yeah, like that. Or whatever the inverse of that is, actually. I guess that's fine. I gotta cut all of this out anyway. Yeah, let's just do all of that. Okay, that looks alright. So I want to take that, because that's got kind of a... That should be pretty easy. Alright, now I'm just going to cut all of this out. Alright. Cut a little bit out here, and then it's time for the big brush. Cast macro onto the face. Dude, that would be me. I remember I have like very vivid memories being a little kid, and I have two older brothers, and they would like, and I just didn't understand card games at all. And we had Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon cards. and they would be trying to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And I'm like trying to put Mewtwo in the game, and they're like, you can't do that. I'm like, yeah, I can. I just did, dude. They're like, oh my god, this fucking guy. Mewtwo, as it turns out, is extremely powerful when placed on the field. Alright, the overall shapes of this are decent. Let me cut these in, so it's going to be like a little thing. Okay, shape is cut. Oh god, I actually ruined that, didn't I? Oh. What's going on? I'm painting! Like Bob Ross, but for Halo vehicles. And I'm making good progress. Slowly but surely getting there. This is what it looks like in game right now. We don't have any of the back stuff, but we've got the entirety of the sides and bottom of the back here. We got to do the engine still. Now I'm cooking on the back. As you can see, textures are texturing. Getting progress, and this thing is nearly complete. Looking good, thank you. Honestly, those compliments help me keep going, because I really don't want to keep painting this right now. It's so tedious, but we're getting there. Now then, got a little bit to do with these vents. This is genuinely going to be a bit of a challenge, but I have an idea. I'm going to do the exact same thing I did before for the vents. I'm going to duplicate this layer. I'm going to call this Vents 2. Going to add a paint layer for vents. We're going to go to my personal alphas in this project. And we have this, a vent alpha that I made. Looks like that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to flip it around for one. Make sure it's lined up. Pretty good, I think. Better flow to 100. I'm just going to start painting enormous, gigantic vents to the best of my ability. Why do they overlap? Oh, right. That's such a shame. Well, I'll just give it a try. This might not look that good. Or maybe it'll look really cool. I don't know. wait, if I need it to fit all the way at the bottom, so I'm gonna make sure it's wide enough for that. Boom, boom, angle's good, flow's 100. Let's increase it to like 6.5. Is that gonna be big enough to, nope, let's do 7.5. That gonna be good enough? I think so. Magic of this method that I'm rocking right now is that I can just subtract the parts that are overlapping off to the sides. Now it looks insane, but I can also add another paint layer atop that. And then just paint all that other stuff out of existence. Okay, now this is obviously going to be green in color, but we don't want that. We actually want this to be like a lightish gray. So what I'm going to try, let's turn this back on. Honestly, looks pretty good detailing wise. Let me throw it in game, see how I feel about it. We definitely need a lot of gray colors on these parts here, but just having the basic colors already is starting to make it look pretty nice. Imagine being drunk, not me. Good. It would be fun to drink on stream. I have a couple of times, but I worry I would say some admittedly funny but unhinged shit. And no, not gamer words, obviously. Ooh, yeah, that's starting to look good with some proper coloration in there. Ooh. Yeah, wait, I like this. This is nice. Hop in. I can finally fly it and see textures on the back of it. That's sick. There's not a whole lot left remaining on this thing. You vape on stream, not as bad as being drunk on stream. Not even close. Vaping is just an addiction. If you vape for long enough, it doesn't really do anything to you anymore. You just do it because you have to. Make a junkyard version? Well, with how heavy the rust and stuff is on this, it might as well be the junkyard version already. I'm gonna have to tweak a lot of the values once I finally start nailing down aspects of this. But yeah, it's starting to look good. I'm very happy with this so far. I like it. Now, let's see, what's remaining is the bottom of the engines, the bottom of the wings, and the bottom of the hull here. And the landing gear, to be fair. Which is still a decent bit left. But it's not too bad. It's not too bad. I rather like it. How deep is the water on this map? It's pretty deep. I can show you. I'll sacrifice myself to the gods. Deep enough for a Condor to land in it. And almost be completely covered. Well, now that I did that venti thingy, I suppose I should probably do this one too. These look so cool here, though. I know I'm not going to be able to do it justice. suppose I'll at least give it a shot. Won't hurt. Needs to be done. So they've got kind of a sharp angle on them, which looks pretty cool. You should take up most of that space there. It doesn't go all the way back. Give it a go. Go to our regular panel lines here. Draw in from all the way to the top, not reaching all the way to the bottom. About here, here, up to here, and I'm going to make the vents really big on this. Alright, looking pretty good. Okay, now that I have that cut out, I feel pretty confident in being able to draw like a cool vent shape for this. Not really sure if I can use my existing vent alpha for it, but I'm gonna try. You know what though? I'm gonna redraw in a little bit of this here. The falcon, the dinghy, the gun goose, and the beaver. What is the beaver? All the other ones. Yeah, sure. Heard of them. What is a beaver? Besides the animal. Somebody's going to say. Somebody's going to be like, herb. Actually, the beaver is edible. Like, I know. I don't know, just spreading misinformation. Okay. That's kind of funny. Oz green if he can make the beaver in Halo 4 later. Be sick. My headset's dying. I just got a rare boop boop. No! No! I don't think this is going to look very good. My geometry here is kind of messy. I'm really sad because I keep finding areas where my geometry kind of sucks, but I never noticed it when I was morphing and modeling this thing. Only when you start applying straight lines and stuff onto it, you see it all. Okay, we're cleaning it up. We're getting there. Angle of the intake looks backwards. It's hard to tell with normals, but I do have it where it's like correctly forward. But now you can see the geometry and how scuffed it is. Should be fixable, but it'll be annoying to deal with. I'll have to fix that along with the funny dent in here and hopefully not lose too much work. Alright, let's put it in game and see how it looks. Will I hate it as much as I think I do because of the scuffed geometry that I accidentally left in? Let's find out. Well, it's definitely not perfect. It looks more like lines drawn into it. You can definitely see the little bit of jagginess at certain angles, but it's not too bad. Looks kind of cool. That plus the back part, it's pretty rad actually. I like it. Okay. This is coming together. Hell yeah, it is. There's really not a ton left. I say, like, visually, there's not a whole lot left. It's basically the bottom of everything at this point. But then I also got to think about the individual objects. Landing gear here. Landing gear here. Then the remaining part of the wings and engines. The engines won't be very hard, but the wings will take a little bit of extra time. The bottom effort is definitely there. It's going. Let's go. On the intake, the jump bridge is looking things a bit distracting. Yeah, I might be able to quickly fix that in Blender. I'm not sure how it would affect the actual substance project. The good news is you really don't notice it from most angles. It's not too distracting, but it is there. I'll try to fix it if I can. I like it so far. Won't notice when it's killing you? Very true. Mean looking. I'm going places with it. What next? Maybe I should finish up the back engines and get these cleaned up, because these are still very plain. They have textures on the top and some of the side, but mostly they're still bare. And with the wings, maybe it'd be fun to take a break and then go to those. Break from modeling the, or texturing the body, I mean. Can't imagine they're terribly complex. Yeah, even the wings are just like, oh boy, panel lines, more panel lines. Oh look, panel lines. Ooh, light metal. Panel lines. I gotta keep pushing through. I can feel myself mentally burning out. My brain's like, not stimulating enough. Give up now. No, not yet. Not yet. We're so close. Okay. I see some areas that I can quickly and easily draw in that will be awesome. First things first is the engines. All the engines have a very simple outline on them around this area here. So let's go to here and paint them in. Okay, that's not. We gotta do it on the big ones too, because they don't share textures. That's a bit messy. Yeah, that's alright. We got that. Then we're gonna have this line here. I'm actually just gonna straight up draw it in as a line. Oh boy, I missed a line here actually. Damn. Damn. Oh wait. Yeah, I'll just redraw these real quick. One there, to there. Nope. There we go. My god, that was harder than it ought to have been. Then we have a little square that's going to pull down to about here. Do that on both sets of engines. It's a little bit bigger. Okay, Same deal here on the connecting part. There's a nice deep normal line that goes all the way around. Let's make it happen. Give it a 0.4, nice and big. Okay, that looks all right. Got some nice detailing in there. Next up, I'm gonna draw some panel lines. So this area here is pretty simple and straightforward, I'd say. Kind of a line that runs from there down to the edge. It runs from there to there, all the way to the end. Nice, there we go. Yo, Adam, thanks for the 1. I'm back. How's the progress? It's going well. I'm working on the engines right now and adding more detail to them. As far as the in-game stuff that I was just in, we got the whole back underside here. Need some coloration, but it's decent. I tried my hand at doing some vents here. It looks okay on this part. The entire back underside here is pretty good. Now it's basically just anything that's on the bottom of it is what's left. So the bottom here, bottom of the wings, bottom of the engines. So we're doing the entire rest of the engines right now in an effort to get that like rolling, get that cooking. Should be pretty easy, to be honest. We're getting there. Alright, that's decent. What are we missing? I got the entirety of the top and everything already taken care of. About under here. Oh, I didn't get anything on the insides of the engines yet? Bruh. What do we have here? Some circle shapes where it connects. Going around it. Bottom inner cuts. Done yet? God, I wish. God, I fucking wish I was. No, not yet. Not yet. Let's do the bottom first. The bottom seems easier. So from there to there. Oh, it actually does connect all the way to the bottom. much left. Probably a couple hours more worth of work, which is good, 'cause that's a lot less than when I started. This is probably like a easily 10+ hour project, and at this point I put in like 8 to 10 hours of work on texturing. Starting to look good though. Look at those normals. Kind of fancy. This also wraps around the bottom inside that line. That's for the interior. The exterior also has a line that wraps around. Wraparound goes all the way along the outside. Does it go up a little bit? Yeah, it does. Alright, that line looks good. What else do we have under here? Not a whole lot. A little bit, though. Adam, thank you for the 2!
I just had a thought. I don't remember if you ever decided on one of those Pelican HUD reticles I'd made for the Pelican, but maybe you could use another of those concepts as the Condor HUD. Resending them all now.
Yeah, please do. I actually forgot about that. I must have gotten distracted working on something, because I completely forgot that you sent me those. I'd love to use them, though. I feel like maybe, were those the ones that were like hybrids, kind of using Falcon-inspired designs? I don't remember. Sorry, my memory's kind of doo-doo, as you may or may not know. Oh! Cursed Substance Painter for auto-saving all the time and saving my ass. Let me lose progress and keep working like everybody else. Can you show us the progress so far? Yeah, let me finish this little shape right here, and then I'll throw it in game, because I'm also curious to see how the engines are starting to look. Okay. Don't have all the lines on them in, but enough to get some base shapes in on it. Alright, very cool. Let's turn on the base texture. Export it. Copy from my folder into the Halo folder. I'm going to flip the alpha channel so that it works in Halo 3. So invert, save, and then import. 3, 2, 1, boom. Alright, we got some more lines and stuff in here. Very nice. So this is what it's looking like right now. Been texturing all these panels by hand slowly. It's very early still. I haven't finalized any of the colors or the metals or anything. But this is what it looks like currently. It's quite a lot. It's quite a lot. It's possible to add the ODST drop bay from ODST into the new Mombasa map. Yeah, I actually did that once. Though that mod sadly doesn't open in the mod tools anymore. It crashes every single time, which kind of sucks. Adam, thank you for the 1! Thank you, thank you. Combination of the Halo 2 mounted gun, Falcon, and Reach missile lock reticles. Oh yeah, these. I totally forgot about these. I like this one quite a bit. These might be hard for people to see because Chrome gives it a white background. But I like this one. It feels just like a complex chain gun. I'm also a big fan of this one, though it might be a bit too busy for my liking. This one, I would say could work, but some of the sizes of some of the lines would have to be redesigned because it's just kind of like nested upon nested upon nested. I think this one's probably my favorite out of the ones that you sent. That's cool as hell. You mean heat advisory? It's fucking 10 p.m. Yeah. I love America, which is probably where you are. I don't know. Yeah, we're cooking though. We're cooking. And as far as the engines go, the bottom of them is starting to look good. I definitely need to get the lighter metal color for the tip area here because it doesn't look perfect by any means. The metal's also very red. It's like rusted red. I need to unrust that metal. Alright, I'm going to stand up and stretch my legs very quickly, so if you don't mind giving me just a sec, I will be right back. Alright, we're still cooking. Let's see. Back on the engines. Definitely gonna need some metal coloration too. I'm now like not a fan of all of this reddish metal. I'm gonna switch that right now, so I don't have to look at it anymore. For the sake of what I'm doing here, let's switch it up. Is that engine? Yeah, that's engine block metal. Engine block metal. Base color. Gray. Just gray. Let's see how that looks. Oh, that's so much nicer already. Still a little bit too much red in there, though, that rusty color it's got. I'll tweak it, but much nicer. Night skipped, you are now more awake. I did literally just go jump into a beanbag really quick, check my phone, and then I went, nah, I want to keep texturing the Condor, and then I got back up. That was me stretching my legs. Alright, let's copy some more Pelican lines. Let's see what we got here. Big line there. Coming right up. Not bad. And then on the outside, I do have those. I get to basically draw a bunch of extra lines here. There's a rectangle. I need a rectangle. Do I have one in my project alphas I can use? I guess I could do this. Adam, thank you for the one. Free to edit kit banish anything with HUD icons as you please. Use Paint 3D. You're bound to make imperfections. You zoom in enough. Yeah, I'll probably have to redraw them if I do use them. That's no shade on you. It just Halo has a very specific way that HUDs need to be drawn and line thicknesses need to be adjusted depending on stuff, and so I basically would need like a lot of fine-tuned control over certain aspects of it. So I would have to redraw them. But I really like the design a lot. I think you cooked. I think you cooked. Okay, that's all right. Now back to the bottom. Let's draw some panel lines. From here to here, it kind of makes a grid almost with another extra line there. I can do that. Now on the bottom, these ones that have engines here are going to have different lines and structures than the top engines, which don't have lower thrusters right over here. So I'm going to draw the same lines that the original Pelican had, roughly, here. Not a whole lot, but there's some stuff here, such as a divot like this. As well as a outline that I'm going to add. Okay, that looks good. I'll do that up here as well. That would be on the inside part here. Boom. Nice. That's all right. It's a little bit off though, to be honest. Hi, Peppy. Hey, sweet Peppy. Hey, what's up, sweet girl? Oh, you're so cute. I missed you. Where you been all day? Where have you been all day, little Peppy? Oh, I missed you so much, Peppy. Hi, Pep. You gonna watch? Yeah, you watch that door. Make sure nobody gets us. She's standing guard, making sure we're safe. Very important job. Just keeping me safe here. Alright, this is looking decent so far. For the most part, it's good, save for the inside of the engines, which I suppose you don't really see them that much, but I'll definitely need a little bit of love. Let me import these textures and then see how things are looking. Give me a sec, though. Terrible news. Awful news for you. I got food. Good stuff. Now then, since I'm gonna eat for a minute, let's see if there is any interesting Halo modding content on YouTube. Oh! Green's gonna hate this video, but there's a new Hidden Xperia video. There's a new Hidden Xperia video called Halo's Custom Campaigns Have Evolved, and guess what? I actually haven't watched it. It's a mod video by Hidden Xperia? Green's gonna hate it, because he's gonna be like, rebalance! Ugh! He's gonna start screaming and crying. But alright, Mr. Xperia. Hidden, I'll call him Mr. Xperia, you know, give him the respect that he deserves. Covering Halo mods, W. Alright, let's see what this is all about. Ooh,
Halo's custom campaigns have evolved. Today, we have some awesome stuff to dive into.
The CE ones are going to be crazy.
A specific genre of custom campaign that I have been dying to see for
I haven't played this mod, but I need to play it on streams, and this one looks so sick.
For a very long time that has finally come to fruition. So, let's waste no time and jump in. So, to begin, we have a mod that would make all of those who worked on Halo 2 at Bungie proud. Last year, the DivSite team released a very bare-bones but playable version of the famously cut Halo 2 level, Alpha Moon. Which was originally an orbiter level in which you chased the heretic leader to his stronghold on the nearby moon of Basis. The level was fun, but it felt very incomplete. Well, this mod
I actually never played that one. Wait, there's a
seeks to change that. Welcome
Alpha Moon with sprinkles? And it's by Sergeant Stacker. He's really good.
This turns Alpha Moon from what felt like an idea for a level that was obviously never complete into a near full-blown, thought-out, and
wait, I have to play
designed
this.
level.
I have to
The main
play
way
this.
that it does that is by fleshing out the heretic faction. Now, the heretics, their lore, their aesthetic, and their overall design were one of my favorite bits of Halo 2, but I always felt like they were massively underdeveloped.
True. This is also why I'm so excited for Ruby's rebalance on Halo 2, because the team has made so many new heretic enemies, and they look really, really good.
Not anymore though. The Heretic faction now rightly
And
contains
vehicles.
hunters and jackals, but no brutes or drones. And why is that? Well, that's because the brutes and the drones weren't in the Arbiter's fleet that left the Covenant troops behind in Alpha Halo that would later become the Heretics. This is a really cool detail, which is even taken a step further with the vehicles as well. We're going to come to this in greater detail soon, but the Heretics...
I did not know the Heretics were tied to the Arbiter's fleet from Halo 1. I genuinely did not know that till right now.
now have their own entire vehicle sandbox, and where applicable, their...
Oh yeah, they changed all the damage values. It's crazy. Dude, you know they did so much more than that. They've done so much. They basically rebuilt and remodeled half of all the levels.
versions of vehicles are the Halo 1 versions.
Oh,
but
that's
going back to
sick.
the Heretic Jackals and Hunters, they also have a load of variants as well. There are, of course, regular shield jackals, and, of course, it's Halo 2, so there are jackal snipers as well, but then there's also a third, almost skirmisher-like jackal variant that appear to have a kind of mini shield generator or respirator on their back, and I've got to be honest, these guys can be a real pain, but I love their design. The Jackals also seem to speak in a similar raspy, broken English to their Halo 5 counterparts as well, which I gotta say is one of the few things that I really liked about Halo 5. And given that I'm currently suffering from a minor foot infection as well, they also
because
sound
I know
a
they
bit
have
like I
that
do
there
right
too.
now. The Hunters come equipped with a large variety of weapons, from, of course, their regular, albeit heretic-styled beams, to plasma cannons, plasma rifles, and even needlers.
That's kind of cool.
The Heretics using Halo 1 era vehicles, and the Hunters often using oddly light weaponry for a Hunter, feels like a really great little bit of world building to cement the fact that this Heretic faction were really just a ragtag group
Looks
of
really
survivors
odd
from the
to see
Arbiter's
Hunters
fleet.
shooting
They
plasma
aren't some
rifles, honestly.
galaxies-
I don't know if I like that. I think I would have to play the mod to make up my mind on it. It's not bad inherently. I just feel like Hunter's whole role was to be big, brutish guys that have like big beam weapons, but I feel like in theory I don't like it, but then I think if I played the mod, maybe I would.
Spanning faction with all the newest tech and constant resupplies. I mean, they don't even get resupplies from anyone at all. They're literally just a group of survivors having to make do with whatever they can scavenge from the ruins of Alpha Halo. And this mod does such a good job at conveying that through the gameplay. Honestly, mods that enhance official levels in a more canon-friendly way like this might just be my favorites. I've said that before, and I'll keep saying it. I love mods that do this. But the Elites and the Grunts have different variants now as well. The Elites come in a few different colours, with their Heretic armour ascending through kinda relatively similar ranks to their Covenant armour.
That's cool.
But the Grunts are far weirder. Yeah, they too seem to ascend through similar ranks as Covenant Grunts, but they also have some other variants as well, like this guy, for example, a Grunt who looks like...
Excuse me? He looks like a World War II soldier with a little hat on.
He's wearing a woodland camo, sort of American World War II helmet. Or this guy who let out the craziest roar and then literally one-hit me.
Oh my god, what was that? He's like a
Grunts can
berserker.
even jump, dual-wield, and use carbines as well. Safe to say that they are far from pushovers. Enemy numbers and encounters across the board feel greater too.
Cool.
You really do get a sense that you're assaulting not just a small band of heretics, but their literal stronghold on the moon. And this is only reinforced by the changes that have been made to your allies. Once you've secured an LZ and Halfjaw sends in reinforcements, he really sends in reinforcements. He sends an entire lance of Covenant warriors, both infantry and armored, to come and support your push to the stronghold.
Yeah, this is sick.
I gotta say, there are some really cool variants in here as well. There's a huge range of Spec Ops Grunts, including some with Reach-style methane packs. Spec Ops Jackals join your lance, and they're wearing these really cool-looking Halo 1-styled masks, which I assume is to help them breathe on the moon. You even get Gold Hunters that have similar Furod-style cannons to the Gold Hunters that you face in ODST as well. And I mean,
I was gonna say, I saw that.
The fact that you do get Allied Hunters is so cool.
Alexander, thank you for the 5!
Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday try for Project Stardust Night since we didn't get to it last week. I'm waiting for Halo ships time.
No promises, because I really just want to get the Condor done. I'll say this, when the Condor is done, we'll do some Project Stardust. Easy peasy.
You guys know that I'm a sucker for fighting alongside hunters. It is criminal that it's only ever happened, I believe, once in the official Halo games. Seeing it here made me very happy. And then, of course, you also fight alongside a ton of elites as well. Leading this lance through massive vehicle sections in the canyons is so awesome, and because the heretics now also have their own entire vehicle sandbox, the vehicle combat feels honestly like an all-out war at times. The heretics, of course, have their own Banshee, but they also have their own Ghost, their own Spectre, a Shadow which comes with a mini Scarab beam, or Death Ray as Stacker calls it, their own Wraith, and even their own Spirit, which is destructible if you can believe it. All also coming with that staple heretic texture and also different firing effects to help distinguish them from your allies as well. This is exactly how I envisioned this level would have played out had Bungie shipped it, and also had they shipped it for a console that was maybe a little bit more powerful than the OG Xbox. It truly feels like an all-out assault. And with this increased encounter size comes some pretty steep difficulty jumps, I gotta be honest, which is, of course,
I'll hold you to it. Please do.
Increased ally numbers, especially increased
I'm actually looking forward to it. It'll be
really
fun.
help out. Once you've breached the, I don't know, gatehouse of the stronghold, I guess, you then move through this tight ravine that the heretics have made into a kill box, which you absolutely need allies to help you push through. I mean, seriously, this is the shade kill box of all shade kill boxes. The heretics knew what they were doing when they armored this area up, good god. And then, once you reach the Great Courtyard before the apex of the heretic stronghold where the heretic leader lurks, you get reinforced once again with a huge lance of infantry. And the way that they get revealed does feel quite cinematic, having them just march onto the battlefield right before you. All in all, this is the definitive way to play Alpha Moon. Stacker's Halo 2 Sprinkles mod adds so much depth to the enemies, to the encounters, and the level overall that just helps to bring it
Dude, people are gonna freak out when Ruby's Rebalance comes out. I'm telling you, because this mod has some of the really cool features that are present there, but it's gonna be the entire campaign with so much new stuff. Like, there was a unique speedrunning category made just for Halo 2 Uncut by Vengeful Vadam. 100% the same thing is going to happen with the Rebalance.
Are more in line with the lore, even on cut levels like this. The heretics feel like their own bona fide faction now. That alone is worth trying this mod out for. The link is of course in the description. So unfortunately, the only way to experience...
There's going to be a lot more cool mods in this video, and good for me, and Hidden Xperia, I suppose, because I'm going to throw a couple views his way. You guys, if you want to keep watching that video, if you haven't seen it already, I am throwing the link in chat right now. Feel free. Actually, I encourage you to go watch it. Would be cool. Would be very, very cool. I am going to go use the restroom very quickly, and then we're going to continue our work on this beautiful, beautiful Condor. 1 second. There you go. Government mandated chair time. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, we got lines and stuff, and there's lines, and that's neat, I guess. We got some more lines. Loving that. Big line action. Great, fantastic, beautiful, love it. Oh, hey, there's a little thing I don't have. Is this little bit? Time to add that. New detail discovered. Wow. 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 One more right here, and then easy done. Huge, large even. But I cannot wait to work on more interactive and fun stuff than this. I'm glad I'm working on the Condor. I'm glad I'm getting experience with UNSC textures. But if this could be done already, that would be very cool. At least the texturing part. I don't mind where I would love to do like matte cannon and vehicle stuff and effects stuff, but this is pain. I am in so much pain. Looks pretty good so far. I will do a little bit of line work on the inside of these engines and then be done with it, because I really don't think it needs a lot. Well, I also have to do this inner part right here. Had half a pizza and a large fry. Nice! I had a quarter pounder with cheese and some fries. I got a Sprite. I wish this had caffeine in it. I didn't know Sprite didn't have caffeine in it for a very long time. The more you know. Coke and Fry Halo, yeah! Yeah! Let's put the bare metal onto this thingy. No more rebalance mods? Just because you said that, I'm gonna do my own rebalance mod, dude. Why'd you have to say anything, man? Now I have to do it. Fuck it. God damn it, dude. I'm gonna do a Halo 1 rebalance. You know I hate Halo 1 from a modding standpoint because their possibilities are limited. Drawn a lot more onto these engines since I last imported these. Let me also very quickly do these here. Wait. Oh, I see. I just pulled one off, but not the... Alright, sorry. I'm talking to myself. Do you bare metal paint. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, let's try putting this in the game. We go! In game! These engines are going to look a lot better. Oh, look at all that detail! Yeah! Save for the inside here. This thing has so much detail. I love it. Time to fly. Dude, from just the regular flight angles, you really can't tell there's much unfinished on this. That's making me so happy right now. The underside. Nope, not looking at the underside. There's nothing there. There's nothing there. It's fine. Yeah, we do have to texture the underside still. I know. All naked down there. This area here. This area here. And then the wings here. That's it. Everything else is textured. Of course, I am going to go in and re-detail and work on certain key bits that need a little bit more love here and there. But we're making insane progress. Business on top. Already down low. Damn. There. What are my plans for the interior? Well, the way the interior works right now is it's just the regular Pelican interior, which I think we can all agree is lame. Ignore the Mac cannon sticking through. So what I'm planning on doing is ignore the seats and all this junk up here. I'm going to make an extension of the floor and the walls and the ceiling, and I'll have it hooked up to the doorway. And there's going to be a large space here, almost double the interior space, that leads all the way to there, and I'm not necessarily going to be putting the seats there. At least on one side, there's going to be a control panel for the player that gets to operate the Mac cannon. The player who operates the Mac cannon will be grabbing it from a computer console on the inside of the Condor. I don't know what I'm going to do on the other side over here, but then as usual on the Pelican interior, there will be a bunch of seats here. But I basically get the freedom to take the existing Pelican interior and then modify it and include a bunch of stuff that I want to do, which is pretty sick. So, that's where I'm at. The interior will be fun. I'm actually looking forward to it. Why wouldn't the Mac cannon operator be in the cockpit above the driver? They could. That'd be easy to do. I just kind of like the idea that you can, like, jump in the back like it's a turret, you know? Sounds kind of fun. What are you gonna do with the Mac cannon anyway? Make it operatable, make it so people can be driving it and destroy stuff. It'll be sick. Like the AC-130? Exactly. If the AC-130 was equipped with a massive railgun. I want it in the cockpit because the second seat is never used and it makes me sad. Bad news, Glitchy. I'm going to put it in the back and there's going to be a funny computer there. I mean, it's design. Oh, I'm definitely going to edit it a lot. This is literally just the reach mat cannon ported with the seat removed. And that's not final, I promise. I don't know. I won't be doing too much retexturing, but I'll be remodeling parts of it. And on top of that, I'll be recoloring a lot of it and trying to get it to match onto the actual Condor a decent bit better. So it'll look pretty good, I think. Pretty freaking good, dude. Right, what's left? Landing gear, wings, and belly. Go! We must continue. What does the Pelican have down here? It's just a clamp on it. A little clamp. Alright. We'll do little clamps. Some shapes up in there for the landing gear stuff. Let me look in substance. Let's see. So this little bit here. All this. Whoop, 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 whoop. Whoop-de-whoop. And thankfully I'm not going to be texturing any of this stuff here. That's all textured for me. Thank you, Bungo. Appreciate you. All that's fine. It's all just this. I'll take a break from the back and the challenges that presents, because I would have to draw this entire thing and make it actually look good, which I don't feel like doing now because it's rather complex with a lot of depth in it. Instead, I think I want to do the bottom of the Pelican right here. Kind of cool. Bottom sounds fun. I like the shapes in it. It's pretty cool. I don't recall us making a G81 Condor. This thing? What's the G81? I'm not familiar with the G81. You can only add 2 extra weapons attached to it, unfortunately. Save for the ones that you can build in to the actual weapon. Those are... You can have up to 3 of those, plus 3 attachments. Ga 81. I see. Adam, thank you for the 1. I'm churning peanut butter. Why? Why would you do that? I don't like that at all. The more Halo 4 inspired. This one's like a hybrid between the Infinite style and the Halo Wars style. Halo Wars 2 style, I should say. Maybe make the ailerons and the front wings black. I think that might be a bit much. I kind of like them being green. 3-hour mark? Hell yeah. Does the Mac work yet? Yeah, it's been working for a long while. It just fires full-scale Mac rounds right now, which is a little bit much. It's it's spinny. It's like weird its direction. It can't make up its mind the direction it wants to go. So Easy. Oh my god. Round size is perfect. Hell no, it's not. Sounds are perfect though. Maybe for huge grass, that'd be a good round size. How did it not kill the pelican? Genuinely a great question. It's still alive. I must have nerfed the shit out of this round when I was using it on the map. The redirect hits. I may have to adjust the damage on it a little bit. Just a little bit. One hit should bring a vehicle to like 10% health. How they balance snipers and hero shooters. Make the headshot by default not enough to insta-kill somebody, but basically insta-kill them. Leaves hope so that if you're at full health, you're not just dead instantly. Yeah, I was thinking of the Pelican, not the smaller one. Smaller ones one hit kill you.
No,
Adam!
literally. Just opened a new jar and all the oil is on top, so I'm trying to mix it good with the butter knife before attempting to use it.
Yeah, good.
Also, I feel like a heavier ghost firing sound would be more fitting than just the normal Mac firing sound.
I'll experiment with trying out the Halo Wars 2 ones and seeing how those sound, because I don't really recall if they sound better or worse, but I want to give them a little look-see. Oh, this bad boy in Long Night Assaults. That's in Reach, unfortunately. I'm in Halo 3 here. Halo 3. Crunchy ass textures, crusty ass model. Got quite a bit to fix on this thing. Halo Wars 2 Mac cannon rounds on the Condor Mac and Reach? I do, but not in Halo 3. I could test them out a bit. I'm just so exhausted working on this thing. I want to take a break from it for now. I've been working on it for like 3 hours now, and I am struggling mentally. I know that sounds sad, but it is what it is. Ooh, I gotta recolor these. It's gonna bug me until I do. Nice. That's bare metal. What's the other one I use? I think it's engine block? Yeah, engine block is the other one I use. For engine block, I gotta do this underside stuff here on the wings too. Been a long time without coloring all this stuff in. You sure it's just all of this? Maybe not this. Yeah, just till there and then around the back. I can leave it like that. I think that's fine. Looks pretty good though. Helps sell it. I think I'll put these darker as well, these Reach ones. Little payload thingies that would, like, realistically be there to hold missiles. Jesus, there's a lot of detail on this for like no reason. If I was trying to optimize something, I would replace these with like fucking cubes. This is horrible. Oh. Hey Adam, thanks for the 2, dude.
For a break or maybe for a future stream, how do you feel about playing Distance? I know I mentioned
Distance?
this during a past
That's gonna be
stream way
Roblox.
back, and
It's
I
gonna
think
be
you
Roblox.
said you were interested but can't be sure. Check DMs.
Okay, I'll check in a few. Let me finish cleaning all this crud up here. Distance. I'm trying to think. It doesn't seem to ring a bell. Distance. At this point, I should just paint the whole damn thing. Wait. Oh my god, my dumbass wasn't using mesh fill. Should have been. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Oh well. I did it now. Okay. The wings definitely need a lot more detailing, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Let's see. Distance. Atmospheric racing platformer? Cloud. Yeah, no, I don't think you told me about this. This looks new to me. I don't know if this is copyrighted up. I just realized. Oh, what the fuck? The wings open, or the doors open and they become wings. That's kind of dope. I like the mesh splitting that they do. That's clean. Got nice shaders and stuff for it too. That's sick. Whoa. I love data moshing. Somebody did that in engine. That would be so nice. That's cool. Yeah, that was new. You definitely didn't send that to me before, but it's pretty sick. Looks fun. Like very arcadey. Alright, with the new colors at the least, I'm gonna throw them in the game. See if I like the contrast of it all. I mean, yeah. Definitely needs texture detailing, but yeah, it's not bad. It's late. I need to get to these streams earlier. I think I'm going to hop off for the night, guys. I will finish this completely tomorrow. We will actually complete it tomorrow. You guys know there's very little left here. We did so much today already. The entire backside, all of the sides of the entire Condor, all of the rear engines, all of that we did today, which is massive. That means tomorrow, the last things we're going to do for it are going to be the wings, the landing gear, and the bottom. That's it. We're totally done. Talca, thank you for the 2! And after tomorrow, it's literally just all fun, playing around with values and Mac cannons and shooting stuff and going crazy. The texture spree will be over. Why no horror mod? Because I'm working on the Condor. The sooner I finish the Condor, the sooner Ultimate Forge is out. So I'm grinding out the Condor. Then we just have some finishing touches on the E3 Scarab, and then Ultimate Forge is ready to go. So here's the plan long term, and by like longer term. Condor finished. E3 Scarab finished. We run a couple play tests of Ultimate Forge, and then I release it. So that's what we're looking at right now. We're making it happen. And then Ultimate Forge will be out, and I'll be free to work on Halo 4 Infinite, free to work on my horror mod, obligations to the side. We will be in a beautiful place. It will be awesome. My plan for the horror mod is to have it out before Halloween. And for Halo 4 Infinite, that's just going to be the big main grind project for a while. I think Halo Studios and 343 has ever seen the work that you do. Yeah, I'm certain employees there have, for sure. For sure. I don't know if I've ever been reached out to by any 343 employees. Some people on the MCC team, like way back when Halo 3 mod tools released, they came into my chat and said hi. They definitely know I exist. I've chatted with them a little bit here and there. Adam, thank you for the 1! Just since his main campaign has a smidge of horror in it, which you wouldn't expect from an atmospheric racing platformer? No, I would not expect that. That's kind of cool, though. Halo Reach Extinction? That's something I won't be working on for a little while. I don't want to go back on the Halo Reach grind just yet. I got enough stuff to do with Halo 4 Infinite, which will be really fun. Halo Reach Extinction, though, the one thing that I'm happy about when it comes to Halo Reach Extinction is I remember there was a really big issue that I had, which was that I was unable to texture the Covenant hangar. I just, like, got a mental writer's block, call it modder's block, and I didn't know what to do to make it look good. But now, since I last worked on Halo Reach Extinction, I've got a lot more experience modeling and texturing and doing Covenant-related stuff and UNSC-related stuff, and doing terrain more, and just making stuff look better. So when I do return to Halo Reach Extinction, it'll be so much easier and faster. And the Draugr, oh man, the Draugr is gonna be so much better. Can you put all your Condors together for comparison? If you come back tomorrow when I'm live at 6 p.m. Central Time, Adrian, I will do that for you. But for now, I'm going to jump out of here. Thank you guys very much for watching. Thank you to everybody who contributed to the Daily Tip Gold, everybody who super chatted, all that stuff. Much love, much appreciated. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Please tune in. If you don't know when I'll be live, subscribe with notification bell on, join the Discord server, link in the description. Till then, I've been Rejected Shotgun. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful rest of your night, you guys. Thank you. Bye!